You boys? So, sadly, just 4 games left to bring you in the 2023 UK Tag Nationals here at the Richmond Athletic Association. This first grand final, the men's 40s, won last year by East London, who beat South London in the final. It's a rematch this year. And I'm pleased to say, once again, we are joined by Dom Lee, regional manager for East London. He promises no bias at all in the commentary box.
None. There'll be no cheering.
East is in the men's 40s final. They're in the men's open final. 2 chances for silverware. How confident are you that you're going to come away with both?
With a potential third on the way, Will, as well. I think you just have to put it down to great management and team skills and management around that as well. It's just amazing administration. The speed and the efficiency that's gone into this team has just helped everything run smoothly.
It's interesting because I'd say the performances on the pitch are probably what's counted the most. But so we are now about to see the 2 sides walk out onto the field together. The referee team for this one, Matt Walker on the whistle, Dave McKellill and Steph McCabe, the 2 touch judges. East London, captained by Andy Davis and coached by Ben Payne in the blue and the white, while South London are captained by James Gross and coached by Dave Dunk. And they'll just take a moment here for the official team photos before they head onto the pitch for this first grand final of the evening. Both sides have multiple GB representatives in them, and perhaps none more notable in the South London side than our own Dave Shipley, Dom.
Old Twinkle Toes. I'm surprised he's managed to last this long to the final, but don't let him hear that.
I'm assuming he's been resting up all day just to have a go in the big dance at the end.
Impact player, very much a big game player.
So we see him there next to his coach, Dave Dunk, in the bucket hat. It will be Dunk that will take this kickoff. Playing right to left, South London. So a rematch of last year's grand final. And it is East London who run the ball out first of all through Rhys Davies, one of their many GB representatives. Here's Ben Payne, who in a GB jersey moved from the men's 30s to the 40s last year and is an instrumental member of the 40s side as he was in the 30s. Took on the coaching reins for this Eels side. Davis with the fake kick, and it's allowed him to break the line. Has he got the pace here to run inside and toward the box? South London just about living with it. Leary though, and then the ball spilt. before the tag was made. So South London's first opportunity on the ball, and here's the captain, James Gross.
Lovely little break though from the East London 40s there, just showing what their potential.
Yeah, it was a dangerous first hit up that gained them 60 or 70 metres almost. South London with their opportunity to do the same. Dunk looks to be useful again with the looping run, and there he finds Duncan Lancer. And Dunk will put boot to ball. Dealt with really well there by Mark Batty, who completely wrong-footed the first defender. Into the South London half once again are East London. And that's Alistair Mann spinning around there, trying to get away from Seamus McNulty. Bouncing ball, picked up well. Here's Ben Payne. Great pace for a man of his age. And yet still plays each game with his hair tied in a top knot. But you can't account for taste. The kick from East London is going to see them regain possession. So a nice bit of tactical kicking there. Leary with the roll on the 10-metre line. A sharp hit up from Chris Holt. The diving effort there. More of a falling effort, unfortunately, in the end for Mark Batty.
It looks like he's dropped the ball over the line, sadly, as well.
Let off for the Seals. The tap on the 10. Shipley on the shoulder of Jones. Gross. Lancer. And this is Greaves on the left wing. Street at dummy half will work the ball right to Jones. Our first look at Shipley going forward with ball in hand.
Hips in motion.
It's like poetry in motion. East London taking over. Leary with his distinctive running style. Body sloped forward. Hips tricky to get to. Bear finds Payne. These two and Davis, who will receive the ball next, will all link up together for the GB40 side at the B&I Cup on the 24th of June, which will be the first British and Irish Cup where the men's 40s category will count towards the overall awarding of the oldest trophy in international tag rugby in the Northern Hemisphere. Oh, and Leary juggling that ball. No advantage gained by it. It wasn't hit over a player, so possession maintained by the Eels. Bear picks and goes on that short side.
And looks like a good defensive tag on the far side as well.
It is, so still the deadlock is maintained 0-0, and Shipley, as he often does, tempts the defender to go for the tag and then just pulls the hip away. Jones. Gross, it looked like he was going for a bit of a decoy run, but he's having to jog up to halfway to get his tag and going to make the sensible option to sub off at that point. He's got fresh legs on. Lancer.
Neither team looking to give the ball away at the moment. It was a tense affair in their game earlier today as well. I think East came out 2-1 on that one.
This could go for a 50-10. It is. An excellent kick there. I'm not sure that was ever actually his intended outcome. It was just sort of hit up there as a pressure relieving kick on the final tag, and has given South London the opportunity to get on the scoreboard first here. Street. Tag made by Bear. South London line very flat though. They're going to struggle to get any pace on the ball here. Dunk gives it back to Street. Loose ball. Picked up by Inglis. Gets away from Leary. Dunk finds Lancer. Lancer and Greaves have been on the duration of the match so far on this left wing. Street finds Inglis. It's Jones outside him.
Outside.
And the loose ball ends up in touch. And East London will take over. We've seen a number of games on this first pitch through the day, Dom, where perhaps it's the opportunity to be on camera. The teams have really been trying some things, throwing some wild balls. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Both these teams, though, are playing very safe.
It really is. It must be the pressure of the final. We get to the final game. East have the history and the pedigree of the Nationals tournament. Don't want to lose their title softly to a very strong South team as well. And again, South also trying to force East into the mistake. And as has happened there,
you go.
Commentator's curse.
I mean, I'm not sure that was a commentator's curse, only from an East London point of view, but they did exactly what you said they were going to, which really, as a commentator, is what you want. Inglis picks and goes. I mean, I was wondering whether this sort of slightly more careful play actually is to do with the experience level that we're seeing. These players all in their 40s, some even in their 50s, so have been playing, whether it's tag, whether it's union or league or touch for years, and know that actually the best way to win in a game like this is to wear a side down carefully over the duration of the match.
There is that. There's also the basics. We've spoken about on the other games that I've been on here. The teams that has won is the teams that have done the basics the best. And both teams are doing the basics very well. Both teams defending very strongly. The attack is gaining a few metres, but there's been no real, apart from that one break by Davis earlier on, we have had no real clean line breaks or scoring opportunities. There's something happens in the corner over there.
Play being brought back though, so the ball dotted down over the line. Does not result in a try for South London. Dunk trying to run away from Mance there on 6th and not able to escape his clutches. So possession back in the hands of East London. Sadgrove at dummy half. Leary. Finds Hudson, and Leary will now take the tap. He's got Mance. And maybe an earlier pass there to Mark Batty. You could have seen him put a bit more pace on that ball. It'd be very dangerous on the right wing. Bear to Sadgrove. Two wily old warriors, those two. As Hudson looks to go through a gap that's not there. And a penalty given against East London. We are approaching the halfway point in this match and no score on the board from either side. We've already had a 0-0 draw in this competition. The East London, North London Men's Open semi-final, which we saw East London go through on seeding. Jones rolls it back to Gross, and that was well played by South London. They tempted the marker up and wrong-footed him. Well dealt with their pain. Picks and goes again. Andy Davis, first receiver. A man often recognised on the West Coast main line between Manchester and London for his international rugby appearances. Rhys Jones, tagged by Davis. Gross. Dunk finds Jones. Sadgrove makes the tag. Again, this line very flat, which means the options for Shipley were very limited.
You can see him trying to pull the strings, but it's just not happening quite yet. Neither side still giving an inch in the defence.
The little kick by Gross is cleared up by Sadgrove. And East London see off another Seals attack. The no-look pass from Sadgrove from the ruck finds Payne. Good gainage of ground off that one. Got to say, Sadgrove is probably Shipley's contemporary on the East London side in terms of that magician that can make something happen out of nothing.
They both look like they have a huge amount of time.
Oh, here we go, the first real chance maybe.
And a very good tag and defence from Probert there, I believe.
It was indeed. East London still going.
Oh, but he's been
foot in touch there. No try for Richard Fairclough. Shipley brings the ball in 10 and out 10. Very flat to Shipley.
As we've been saying all game so far, South running with a very shallow line at the moment. And then, and a very wild up and under there.
Not the first kick we've seen today that has been more suited to a rugby union encounter than a tag rugby one.
Can't blame that one on the wind. That's Alistair Mant making a lovely break down the wing. Well tagged by Dunk there. Going through the hands now with East. Have they got space on the wing? Spots a gap. And there's the first try of the game.
Opening score comes for Chris Holt and East London Eels. The deadlock finally broken after 13 and a half minutes. And it is the defending champions that take first blood.
We might see South try to do a bit more with the ball now. Now they've gone 1-0 down.
They've no option but to do so. 6 minutes left in this one. And behind on the scoreboard for the first time. Gross, and he's got Inglis straight in at dummy half behind him. Here's Neil Street. Shipley to Gross. Street beats the first one, but is caught by Leary. Fifth and final now for South London. That kick from Gross is better than the last one, but it doesn't go too far. Mark Batty clears it up. Batty involved again. Nearly skips through into South London territory. Loose ball.
Fumbled
Walker's having none of it. It has gone forward. Seals take over. 5 minutes to go.
Of course, we get the luxury of touch judges in these games. Mikel Hill on the far side helping Walker to spot that one. It looks like a wrap there as well.
Yep. So another set of 6. Four tags, 20 metres. Jones, loose pass.
Good pick up
Well
there.
picked up. That's Baston. On the ball, Dunk goes for the kick.
Kicking it into legs. Don't think that was played out. We'll see what Walker says.
Fake kick from Shipley. The Eels started to fall for it and realised what he was up to. Didn't get drawn out. Shipley again, the fake kick again, the twist of the hips, the loose fling. And he is caught on 6th tag. So yeah, as you were saying, Delm not played up on that previous kick. Doesn't reset the tag count. East London hold out. 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes to go, and a 1-point lead.
Good yards gained by Payne there, trying to catch them offside. It's Davis taking it in for another tag. Payne taking it from the dummy half again, gaining a few extra yards. East going through the hands, had the spotted gap. Lovely line taken there, but well defended by Dunk. Oh, and fumbled forwards there. That's a change of possession, and the kick away there from East. Slowing play down. Not great sportsmanship there. Taken back another 10 metres from Walker for a penalty instead. Shipley taking it up there for tag 1. Jones to Dunk. See if South can get it through the hands. South really need to try and find something here to try and get the point back, to at least get to evens or a box try to win it. Dunk caught in possession again in the middle. Shipley acting as dummy half, gone through with the kick. He's kept it down, but that's gone over the dead ball line, and it'll be a tap to East London and a set of 7 to play out with. Be a tap on the 10, with looking like Payne who's going to take it.
Shipley makes the tag. Bear to his old mucker Davis. Rhys Davies then on the ball, and Leary. Captain now of the Great Britain men's 40 side. Spilt forward by Rhys Davies.
Getting into nervous times now for East, wanting to hold on to this league, not giving the ball away, not doing anything silly.
That's the final play, Hooter. Now this game did start just a minute late, so we still have time on the clock. And Walker is going to play it. So we are coming into the final minute now, and with that South London attack breaking down, the Eels just need to see out this set. Leary can take the time he needs to get back to the mark. Davis caught by Jones, who shoots up quickly at the mark, but Bear gets the ball.
South pressing up high here. They want to try and get the ball back as soon as possible, try and get through the set as well.
Yeah, they don't want to let East London use up any time. Here's the try scorer, Chris Holt. That single score that is the difference between these two sides right now. Jack Williams. Oh, and that's ideal from East London, just taking ages to be tagged. 5th and final. I reckon we've about 10 seconds to go.
I reckon we can expect a pretty hefty kick downfield from here. Yep.
There it goes.
Nicely into the corner, killing a bit more time, gaining decent territory. East London, the line's up very quickly and very well there.
And this should be final play, called by Matt Walker now. It is now or never, South London. The kick comes from Dave Dunk. All Bear needs to do is get tagged. He's just going to keep running if he can, and eventually he is by Dave Dunk, and that is full time in this one. Our first final goes to the East London Eels in the men's 40s category. Dom Lee, your first bit of silverware for the region.
First and hopefully not the last tonight. We'll see how the women's go. Are they up next?
Yep, the women's final is up next. So we'll be bringing you that one. East London against North London. Dom, I believe you're off to ref We will see you later.
See you for the men's final.